Hi, my name's David. Thanks for joining me on this presentation, and it's great to have you here. In the next few minutes, I'm going to go and share with you the 3 steps that I use to create my life of freedom and choice, which I think is what everyone wants. So I'll cover that in just a moment, but you're here because you're looking for more time or more money. Most people either have no money or no time, and I'm going to share with you how I was able to get more of both. So let's get straight into it because I know your time is important and I've got a few slides to share with you. So let's go. So first of all, who am I? My name is David. I'm from the Gold Coast and I've been doing online businesses for the last 16 years at the time of this recording. I always wasn't an online marketer. In fact, I had no skills at all and no computer skills. I don't know how I found my way into this area. But all I knew was at the time, I didn't want to work for a boss and I got sick of being disappointed and having to ask for holidays. And I also had tried a few businesses and they didn't work out. And, you know, there's lots of things you can do out there online, especially now. And believe me, I've tried most of them, seen most of them, and there are many that really just don't work at all for a number of different reasons I'm going to go into. So that's me. So now I've been online and being successful and really full-time in what I do. When I say full-time, I mean, I don't have any other jobs or businesses and I get to do what I want every single day. And I've been doing this for the last 7 years. So I love what I do. I love helping people, and let's get into it because you don't want to hear about me. I want to talk about you and how I can help you. All right. Why is it a good time right now to start a business online? Well, let's have a look. First of all, people are struggling all around the world. No matter where you're listening to this from, there are people struggling. And there's a big gap between the really successful people and people that are struggling. And, you know, most people fit in between that gap, and I want to help more people. So a lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are worried about jobs. A lot of AI is taking over. Robots are replacing people. It's just getting harder, and there's a lot more going online than what there is in the real world. So why not capitalize on that and use, you know, your own smartphone to be able to make an income and make an impact online. So we do have thousands of people that have been very successful, and most of them don't have any background at all in the online space. For example, you look at Shannara here. 4 years ago, she was a working mum, 9 to 5. She was burnt out, and in the last few years she's been able to not only buy her first home, but she's also retired her husband, and she's well on the way to creating a lifestyle where she doesn't have to work by the time she gets to 30, which is pretty awesome. My awesome friends Clint and Christy, 7, nearly 8 years ago now, they were completely broke. They had a baby on the way. Now they are completely living free. They get to do what they want every single day. They've created huge sums of money. They've got properties everywhere. They've got 3 kids, and every day they get to wake up with a choice, which is really, really important. We've also got people like Gabby. She was a burnt out single mom. She was, you know, hustling, and she was trying to make ends meet and had no time freedom. And people like Rebecca, who, like me, had been involved in lots of different companies online, tried the whole network marketing, MLM thing, selling to family, friends, and that just didn't work. It worked for her a little bit, but she just had no time. And now she's literally semi-retired at about 40 years of age, traveling the world. So, you know, these are normal sort of stories. There are thousands of people who also have similar stories. And all you need to know is, you know, what is the secret? And I'm going to share that with you. So let's get into what freedom is about. There's a lot of talk about freedom. You know, freedom isn't necessarily going on more holidays or, you know, I call real freedom time freedom, because unless you have time, you don't have any freedom. You might have a lot of money, but if you don't have time, you've got no freedom at all. So let's talk about time freedom. Let's talk about location freedom, where you can run a business from anywhere using one of these. And everyone's got one of these. So imagine running a business just from your phone. Health freedom. There's no point having all this freedom if you're really unhealthy and not well. So you need to be healthy as well, because a lot of people aren't healthy. And so you need to have that as well. And financial freedom. So setting yourself up for the future and setting up your family for the future. So these are the areas that we're going to cover today. So like I said before, this comes down to 3 steps. That is 3, very, very simple. So out of all the things I've done the last 16 years, all the different businesses that people have offered me, all the different stuff you can get, I found out that there's really only three things that make the biggest success online. So number one is you need a product or something that people want. Okay. Now people want, maybe they don't want it today, maybe they want it in the future, but people want a particular product. You want something like, well, here you go. You want water. Everyone drinks water. Everyone needs water. Without water, we die. So if you're selling water, you've got a product that everyone wants. It's like food is a product everyone wants. Clothes is a product that everyone wants. So find a product that people want, it's in demand, and people will use it every single day. Number two is to use your smartphone, this thing here, to create a business and use your social media, because you wouldn't be watching this unless you're on social media. Most people go on social media for entertainment. I'm on social media, not just for entertainment and connect with people, but also to, make a living and more. So use your smartphone, because that's why it's called a smartphone. And the last thing is that, you don't want to be busy all the time, like literally working 12, 13 hours a day. You want to be able to leverage other people to do a lot of the work for you. And that's the secret to time freedom. So some people watching this might have a business and go, I've got money or whatever, but they've usually got employees like I've had before. And then you're constantly like just supervising people, or you're constantly working in your business, so you never get any time to enjoy yourself. So it's super important that you follow these three steps. So find an irresistible offer. An irresistible offer is something that people need, want, and love. And there's lots of products out there. Some products sell themselves, like shoes, for example. People always need shoes, but you want a product that's a win-win for everyone. In other words, something that everyone can use and it's going to benefit them, is going to benefit a lot of people. The second thing I've learned in the last 16 years is that if you sell an item, so whether it be on eBay or Amazon or something else, and that item is only a few dollars, you're only going to make a few dollars or even a few cents. So it takes a lot of customers to make any decent money. So you're better off to sell something that's a little bit higher in price and make more money, because it will take less customers. All right. There's very few industries where you can earn a lot of money from one sale. Real estate is one of them, but most of the time people are relying on thousands and thousands and thousands of customers to make money. And it takes a lot of work to get thousands of customers. You also want to be, selling something or offering something that's been around for a long time. It's not going to come and go, because then you got to start your business over and over again. You want something that's recession proof, and I've seen that in the last few years. And you want to make sure you've got a product that solves people's problems. A lot of people have problems, maybe with their finances or with their health or whatever, and you want a product that helps them do that. Now let's talk about low profit versus high profit. So what do I mean by that? Well, I used to be involved in a few different companies, and some of those companies sold products that were only, say, $50 to $100. And which was great because, it was easy to sell. $50 to $100 is not a big investment for people. But I only got paid a few dollars for making a sale. So I only got like $20 or $30 or $50 or even $100 to make a sale. And if I wanted to make, say, for example, $2,000 and I made $100 a sale, I would need 20 customers. Now, it's pretty hard to go and find 20 customers compared to finding, say, one customer, right? So if I wanted to make, say, $2,000 and I only took one customer, it's going to be so much easier than going and finding all those other ones. So what I found was that when I was selling products that were cheaper, it was easier to sell them, but I had to find a lot more people, which took a lot more time. And also with those products, there was a lot of competition when I was selling them. Everyone was selling the same thing, or I could buy it at the supermarket, or I could get it anywhere online on eBay. And there was so much competition that it was hard to separate myself from someone else. Okay. So like I said, you want to make sure that, you find a business where not everyone's doing the same thing, because that makes it so much easier. All right. So you could also create your own product or your own company. I've done that before. It involves a lot of time, a lot of money. A lot of people get into franchises, or they build their own product. And we're talking about, tens of thousands of dollars of investments, maybe multiple six figures, which means you've got to mortgage your house or get a business loan. And then you're forever in debt. It takes years to to make a profit. Excuse me. So I really recommend that, you do your research. And, I did all that before, and it's a big risk if you're trying to invest in a business that has a huge risk. It's always hanging off your back. Whereas if you invest in a business that doesn't take hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started, for example, it's a lot lower risk. Okay. Now, often you're also working by yourself, which means that you're doing all the marketing, you're looking after the staff, you're doing everything. So you're wearing what we call many, many hats. Okay. So this is why I decided to partner with a company called Enagic. Now, Enagic is a Japanese medical company that's been around for 50 years. 50. Not many companies have been around for 50 years, right? And so Enagic are in the business of health, which is a huge, huge market. It's one of the biggest markets in the world. And they're also in the water business, which is a massive market. Like I mentioned before, water is everything. If you think about all the water that's sold in the supermarkets, all the bottles of water, all the sodas, soft drinks, everything that's sold, there's huge margins in it. People are constantly buying water all the time. And it's a big, big business. The trouble is that industry, all those drinks that are for sale aren't healthy. And that's why we partner with Enagic, because they make this machine, they make a number of machines that produces something called molecular hydrogen. Okay, you may or may not have heard of it, but Enagic is the original manufacturer that's been around for a while. And they make this machine, which has over 60 different uses, and it goes in your home or in your office or in the cafe. And this particular machine makes what we call electrolyzed reduced water, which is different to other water out there. It's different to alkaline water. And the one machine can make 7 different types of water. So rather than just having one product, and then a product for this and a product for that, a product for this one machine replaces all the cleaning products in your home, which is pretty amazing. It's there for you to drink. You can use it to clean all your food and produce. You can clean the house with it. You can give it to the pets, and it has multiple uses. And because it's a registered health product, we're talking about the highest quality, made in Japan, all handmade. And like I said, the company's been around for 50 years. So you can market these products online, which I'll talk about in a moment, or you could market them in person. What I mean by in person is that, you could talk to people, you could set up a store at a show or something like that, or you could go to businesses and sell them, which a lot of people do, and they're very successful. It's just a little bit slower. It's not the way I decided to do business, which is what I'm going to share with you in a minute, the way I did it. So this company is the pioneer in the health and wellness industry. There is a lot of copies out there now, which is great because people know it's good. And a lot of people are trying to make something similar. But when you look at the technology and how the machine's built and made in Japan and the process it uses, no wonder it's so popular. And there's been a few million of these machines sold over the last 50 years. So this is why I absolutely love this company. It's also a private company, a family-owned company. So there's no other outside interest, and it's not owned by any big corporations, which is awesome. As I mentioned before, this is the only company that actually has a medical grade certificate. So no matter what you hear or read online, only Enagic has a medical grade. It's very hard to get approval for a medical grade product in Japan. And in fact, for the first 30 years, this product was sold just to Japanese hospitals and dentists, and they used it for their patients to clean their equipment. And this has been a medical product, and it wasn't until only about 2 decades ago that it started becoming available to the public. In fact, it was only in Japan for a long, long time, and now it's sold all around the world. So this company is now in 43 different countries. There's like 26 countries, 43 locations. So it's all over the place. So chances are wherever you're living, there's going to be an office. The company has an office, it has staff, and they take care of all the stuff for you. It's got all the certificates. It's got all the water quality certificates. So this is 100% legitimate. Now, the company makes 4 products. Their main product is the water ionizer, which you can see on the left. They make a few different models. They also make a commercial model. Again, this is not a water filter. Okay, there's a big difference. So if you've got a water filter already, or you're thinking about buying a water filter, that's fantastic. I've got water filters. This is a water ionizer, which is completely different because it uses electricity to charge the water and to separate the water, creating what we call different pH levels and to create molecular hydrogen. So the company does produce filters as well. And there is actually a filter in the machine, which will remove a lot of the bad nasties. But if you really wanted to have the best clean water, then we always recommend that you have a filter system. And I can share with you how we do that. And then also have the machine. Now, they also have a unit for your shower or for your spa, which is very different to everything else on the market because it doesn't just filter the water, but actually adds minerals back into the water, which is incredible. All right, so if you're a hairdresser, you're in the health industry, pay attention. If you've got skin conditions, pay attention because this product will change your life. Now, also the new product is called the M-Guard, which is designed to get rid of all the EMF devices, all the radiation around your home. So if you're using phones, computers, TVs, etc., this device will eliminate all the bad EMFs. And the last product is called Ukon, and this is a turmeric-based product which is hand-grown organically in Japan, and this is fantastic for your health. And there's a few different aspects of this as well. So they're the 4 products that the company makes. Like I said, it's the ionizer, they make the mineral spa, they make the turmeric. This is what they do, and they make the ionizer. So this is a fantastic overall health product. So the company is totally into health, outside health, inside health. And that's why I love it, because health is a huge industry and water is as well, as I mentioned before. So I did mention that the machine produces 7 different types of water, and this has over 60 different uses around your home. You can see there on your screen, these are all the things you can do with the water. So, we use it for first aid, we use it for the pets, we use it to clean the house, we clean our oven with water. You can clean tools with water, your shower, your clothes, everything with water is absolutely incredible. And the health benefits are unbelievable. Now, I can't make any health claims here, but what I can tell you is that as this is a health product, when people drink this water, they completely change their life. So sometimes people have medical problems, and whatever that is, after drinking the water, I've just had hundreds and hundreds of people reach out to me or make videos and tell me how much it's changed their life. We've got all the information on that and how it helps people, because it is molecular hydrogen, which is one of the most powerful health things that you can get out there. So lots of uses for the machine, which means you'll save a lot of money. All right. Now, I actually make my own water from home using this machine for less than 1 cent a litre, which is far cheaper than any other water product out there. And the good thing is that this machine, because it's so good, it does help people with, certain ailments. You can see some before and after pictures out there. You've probably heard people talking about alkaline. This is above alkaline. This is alkalized. And of course, one of the great things about this machine is it replaces all those plastic bottles of water, sports drinks, and all those horrible things which pollute the planet and also pollute yourself, because there are microplastics found in bottles of water which are no good for you. And I've got a whole bunch of information on that if you need that as well. So I absolutely love my machine. It's been life-changing for me. All right, so let's go. I'm going to take a drink of water while we pause for a minute. Now, the other thing about this company is that people can buy these products and then use the products for 10, 20, 30 years, and they absolutely love them. They save lots of money. And that's it. It's great. That's all they do. I've had people buy machines from me, use them, go, thanks so much. I love the machine. I never hear from them again, which is awesome. But a lot of people also want the opportunity to be able to make money, which is probably why you're here as well. And because I call myself a savvy businessman, I looked at the opportunity to be able to earn money. So the company has a unique system that once you invest in a machine and you decide you want to drink healthy water, they will actually give you an international franchise at no charge. I mean, it's pretty silly, really. So rather than me buying a franchise, all I've got to do is agree with the company's terms and conditions, and they will pay me a commission to sell these products, which is amazing. So I don't have to buy a franchise. I don't have to go into huge debt, and the company will pay me money. And that's why we have an earnings disclaimer here, because everyone's different. There's no guarantees. If you don't do any work, you'll earn absolutely nothing. And like I said, for the last 7 years, I haven't had to work. So you can work that out on, how much money I'm earning, if that makes sense. So how much money do they pay? Well, Enagic paid the highest commission out of every single online business. So let that sink in for a moment. Every single online business on the internet, Enagic pays more commission than any other company, which is one of the things which attracts people apart from the health and wellness and the company's integrity as well. And so me coming from a background in selling and sales and earning lots of commissions, that really appealed to me. And also having sold, cheaper products before, I didn't want to spend my whole day working to make $20, all right, when I could make hundreds or thousands of dollars. So the company pays healthy. You can see there that, and this commission plan, it's very hard to explain in a few minutes, but they'll pay you from $400 up to $2,400 per sale for one machine. Now, you don't even have to make all the sales, all right? So the way it works is that once you buy your own product, you become like the franchisee, I call it. And when other people start making sales for you or with you, you also make the 400, 800, 1200, 16, 2000, 2400 Australian dollars that you see on the screen there. So what does that mean? I'll keep it really, really simple. Let's say I sold one machine to Joe. Joe bought a machine from me. Joe loves the machine. Joe uses the water. And then Joe sells 10 machines. Okay, so I don't sell them. Joe sells 10 machines. That means I earn $400 from Joe's first buying it from me. And then I'll earn another $4,000 from all of Joe's sales, which is pretty cool. Now, if Joe's made 10 sales, I've now got 11 sales overall. So if you look in the next column, you can see there it says 2A, which is 3 to 10 sales. So what that means is after I make another couple of sales, I could be earning $1,200 when I sell a machine. Now, let's say I sold my next machine for $1,200 in profit to me, and I sold it to Tim, and then Tim bought a machine. I made $1,200, and then Tim sold 5 machines. I would make $6,000 from Tim's sales. Now, this will be continuous. It never stops. So when Joe and Tim keep making sales, I'm continuously making money from all their sales. Never mind the sales I make. And this is what's really powerful about the Enagic compensation plan. All right. That's a brief description. We do have a much longer video on how this works, but this is one of the things that attracted me to this business is you don't need a lot of people to make a lot of money. In fact, you could make a lot of money with less than, say, 30 customers in your entire business. I've known people that have made extraordinary amounts of income just from a few good customers that have gone on to build their franchise. The next one you can see that's called a quad. Now, a quad is when people invest in all the products. So they buy the ionizer, they buy the mineral spa, they buy the M-Guard, and they buy the turmeric. And what happens is when you invest in all the products, not only are you getting the most amazing health and wellness for you, you're literally changing your whole life with health and wellness, but you get money back on your own sales. You would buy one product, say, from your sponsor or myself, and then you would sell yourself the other products. So you're going to get money back on your own sales. So you'll already be in front before you even get started. Now, the biggest difference with people starting on a quad is simply they're going to earn more money a lot faster. So you're going to literally give yourself a 50% pay rise from your very first sale. And you can see the figures there on the right. And you're going to be earning, large sums of money from those sales. Now, we won't go into it now because that's a whole different video. But as I said, I'd much rather be earning hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars on one sale, or from that one sale making lots of sales for me, than having to find thousands and thousands of people. Anyway, you get the point. And that's why I really love, this business, is because I do less work to make more money. Now, there are other fast track strategies out there as well, which I won't go into, but this is where people go all in. And what they do is they invest in all the products, and then they also, set up a strategy and a plan to build a lucrative business that's going to set them up for life. So there's a lot of money in that as well. And there's also, the higher you move up in the ranks of the company, so the more sales you make, the more you get paid, and that doesn't stop. Now, if you decide to stop doing your business for whatever reason, you have a baby, you get sick, you go on holiday, whatever that is, the biggest difference with this company is you don't drop down, okay? So you don't lose your place in the company. You stay exactly where you are. We call it no deranking. The second thing is that there is no person at the top of this company. So there's no one person at the top, apart from the owner who owns the company, Mr. Shiro. That means that you could start tomorrow and you could potentially become the company's highest earner. That's completely up to you. So we've definitely had people get started and overtake their sponsor all the time. So there is no top person, which is what I also love about this, is you get paid for your efforts. So with a quad strategy, as I mentioned, if you invest in all the product, you'll get back money from your own sales, which is awesome. And your first 5 quad sales, so the first 5 people that bought 4 products from you, you would earn $17,000 in commission. Imagine that, just 5 sales and you earn $17,000 in commission. All right, so this is why it's very attractive. A lot of people are coming over to our company from other businesses and other companies because they like the idea of helping people with their health and wellness as well as making a lot of money. The other thing too about this compensation plan, which is unique, it's patented, no one else has got it. It pays a huge sum of money, is that they also have a long-lasting vision that when you hit certain ranks, the company pays bonuses, okay? And you can see some of those bonuses on your screen there, which also attracted me to the company. Nothing like getting a big bonus, right? But what I was really focused on was getting to the next stage, which I'm not far from, which is what they call 602-3. And that's where the company doesn't just give you a 25,000 US dollar bonus, but it also gives you 5,000 US dollars commission for life every single month, which in Australian dollars, that's amazing because I'm in Australia. So that's huge. So in other words, when I get to this rank, I can afford to take a year off or 2 years off, do what I want and still earn money from the company every single week, every single month, which is amazing. So that's one of the things that attracted me to this business over other businesses. So how do you make sales? Well, there's 3 ways to make sales. I'll keep it really, really simple. Number 1 is you can sell if you're a salesperson or you're confident or you just like talking about the products the traditional way. You can talk to people, you can go to meetings, you can go to markets, you can set up displays, you can do it on the internet. There's lots of different things you can do and you can sell to businesses or whatever you want. And I've done all that before and that's fantastic. And there are people in this business that are making a lot of money by doing that. And that's awesome. But for me, I wanted the time freedom. So the other way to do it is to do it with this thing here, okay, with your phone, which is what I've done. I've decided to use social media to build my business. Now, there's so many different ways to do that. I can't cover it all here, but basically you can use, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you can use X, YouTube, whatever you want to get your message out there, just like you found me, all right? So people will find you, they'll come to you because most people want more time, more money, and better health. So there's a huge market out there for that. And then I use the social media to attract people, okay? Now you can do that for free, which is what we call organic. And we teach you that through our training academy, all right? So rather than sitting down one-to-one teaching every single person, which would take hundreds of hours, we actually have a training academy which teaches that. Now, the other thing you can do is social media ads. So you can pay money just like any other business would do, and you can advertise on the internet to attract people, which is also an option. Some people come in, they've got money, and they go, I just want to do ads and just put ads out there and just get a whole bunch of people, and you can do that. But if you don't have a budget, we're not sure how that works, you need to learn that, then we teach that as well. So 3 ways to get people, which is one-to-one talking to people. Number 2 is free on social media. And number 3 is paying for ads on social media. Now, the best thing about social media is that I can reach anyone all around the world in any country because my business operates all around the world. I have customers in all different countries. I don't have to be in that country. I don't have to keep products in my home. I can literally make a sale to someone in England or America or Canada or New Zealand, and then the company simply ships out the products to my customers, which is amazing, all right? I love it. So step 3 is to have automated sales and systems. So if you're not a salesperson, you're not confident, great news is that we have a team of salespeople and sales professionals that will do the sales for you. We also have a system that keeps in contact with your customers. We've got all the training so that you can do what you want to do and go and have a freedom lifestyle. So if I'm out and about and I'm camping, I'm traveling, I'm fishing, I'm riding my jet ski or whatever I'm doing, is I could be making sales in the background without having to be on the phone all day because the system is teaching people automatically. So automation is a huge thing, right? That's just like having a whole, like you got a business and you've got all these staff working for you all the time and you don't need to be there. That's exactly what our training does, which is absolutely amazing. All right, so our academy has everything in the one place. It'll teach you everything. It's like going to a university online, but a lot more fun. We have expert trainers and coaches, some of the best people from around the world that will teach you everything. So this will go step by step. You can go at your own pace. You can do it for 30 minutes a day, an hour a day. You can do it on the weekends. That's what I love. You keep your job, keep your business, and you can start learning all this part-time. And we'll teach you that with a series of steps and videos. You'll also come into our community where you'll get a lot of help and assistance as well, all right, which is awesome. So we do have a great community. So a lot of people come for the business, they come for the products, but then they find this awesome community of people which all love to work together and help each other out. We do run events from time to time. We do go on trips. And, you know, we reward people for their work. So that's another cool thing as well. If you're a bit of a social person, you'll love this. If you're not social, you don't have to come along as well, right? Which is great. All right, so what is your next steps? Well, if you wanted to learn more, the best thing to do would be to join our academy. Now, for less than the cost of a cup of coffee a day, you can join our academy. So it's usually 99 US dollars a month, which is about $3 US a day, which is less than a cup of coffee. But for the first month, it's half price. It's only 49 US dollars. You can get started, get registered. You can find out more about the products, find out how this all works. Now, look, if it isn't for you, we'll even give you your money back, which is absolutely incredible. So really, for a very small investment, you can go in, take a look. There's no risk to you. This is exactly how I got started 7 years ago, and it completely changed my life. So there are 7 days in the week, and someday is not one of them. So if you've been going, someday I like to do this, or someday I like to do that, you know, today is the day. If you're here for a reason. You're looking for money, time, freedom, better health. There's the reason why you are here. So take action today. So the next step is to reach out to me, send me an email, click on the link below if you can see this in the video, and let me know you want to get started. I'll send you the link and then I'll see you in the academy, and I look forward to your success because, you know, this is why I'm here. I'm here to help more people get started, more people to find the freedom that they're really looking for. So less than a cup of coffee a day to get started. Why wouldn't you? My name is David. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I look forward to talking with you one-on-one and seeing your success as well. Bye for now.